Nicholas, state your name and who you represent. You'll have 2 minutes today for public testimony.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. For the record, my name is Niklas Kleinworth, and I'm the Policy Director at the Idaho Freedom Foundation. If I were to buy something from you and I offered the choice between a dollar bill and a $1 worth of silver, on one hand, you might consider the real or speculative value of the silver compared to the dollar bill. Though they technically have the same face value, federal mismanagement of our monetary system is causing the value of the dollar to drop precipitously. In just 5 years, the dollar in your pocket can buy only 84% of what it did just 5 years ago. And it's no wonder. In just the amount of time I've been speaking, the national debt rose by $6.8 million. Returning to our hypothetical purchase, these are the things in which are going through your mind. But on the other hand, you are faced with the practical value of silver. It turns out that it is the case where the exchange of precious metals and their ability to hold value is actually their handicap. Under the laws on the books today, this isn't merely a transaction using silver. I would have to pay taxes on the appreciated value of the silver being exchanged, and you gain less from the transaction since it is also something that could impede you from using the silver in future transactions. This is absurd. And so gold and silver are money recognized by the United States Constitution. It is time for Idaho to exercise her rights as a state to recognize these precious metals as legal tender. I respectfully request your support of House Bill 177. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll stand for any questions.
Thank you, Nicholas. Are there questions? Representative Crane, 12.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Nicholas, for being here. Great job. Question for you. Are there an increasing demand of people around the state of Idaho wanting to use physical gold bars or coins or silver bars or silver coins in a means of exchange? Is there a growing demand for that?
Nicholas?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Crane, 12. I can't speak to the specific demand as far as people who are interested in doing that, but I will say that given the direction of the federal government over the last 4 years, thankfully we had a change recently, but with the concerns of things like central bank digital currencies, privacy concerns, debanking of particular religious groups and political affiliations, people are looking for alternatives, and this bill does that.
Follow-up?
Follow-up. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Nicholas. So in the case of someone wanting to purchase, and I'm thinking a large item, I can't imagine going to McDonald's with gold, but if they were wanting to make a larger purchase, whether it's a vehicle or a home or something like that, how does that exchange happen? Is there like a scales there? Do they cut little fragments off of a gold bar? Like, what does that look like to actually do the exchange?
Nicholas?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Crane, 12. The logistics of the sale would depend on the agreement between the buyer and the seller. And so under this bill, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Federal Reserve minted gold or silver item. It could be a gold bar, but it really depends on the exchange between the buyer and the seller.
Very good. Thank you.
Any further questions? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony today.